mystery of midnight prayers. Luke chapter 18 from verse 1.
And he spake a parable
And he spake a parable
unto them
to
to this end,
that
men ought always to pray
men ought always to pray
and not to faint.
and not to faint. When the Bible says men ought always to pray and not to faint, the Bible is not saying men should pray with the whole 24 hours in a day, but what the Bible is trying to say that men should pray constantly. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 17.
Pray without ceasing.
Pray without ceasing. I want to speak to you very brief. Very, very brief, but very powerful. The mystery of midnight prayers. But before we go into that, prayer can be defined as the number one dominion key for Christians. Prayer is a proof of humility. Because in praying, you are calling divinity to come to the affairs of humanity. So it's a proof to say, God, I cannot do it on my own. I need you to come and take over. I need you to take over some things from me. Number 3 definition of prayer. Prayer is a system of transporting realities. That is to say, there is nothing that can happen here physically if it has not been released. You know what it means? If this brother come and decide to give me something, and maybe peradventure I was not around, angrily he left with what he was to give me, I won't feel bad. Why? Because I know the system to bring him back. But I did the first time that make him come, I will go back and do it again. Do you understand what I'm saying? So prayer is what? A system of transporting what? Reality. You know what it means? There is nothing that you have physically if it is not released spiritually. Life in the spirit is more real than life in the physical. Hear me, child of God. Hear me. Life is spiritual. So therefore, living must be spiritual. Now, life in the spirit is more real than life in the physical. Hear me, child of God. A lot of people did not have understanding of this. They think by carnality. They think by intelligence. They think by science. They can live life. You are joking. Life is what? Spiritual. So therefore, for you to live a life of impact, you must understand that living also must be what? Spiritual. He said, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So for God to have created the heavens and the earth, where is God? So one thing you must understand, that the heavens and the earth was not invented. It was created. So for God to have created the heavens and the earth, where was God? The Bible said he dwells in an approachable light and he ruled over the affairs of men. Where is this approachable light? You know what it means? The earth is spiritual. So if I want to live on the earth and make impact, you must understand the spiritual intelligence of the earth. Or else, nothing will happen. Hear me, child of God. In the realm of the spirit, truth is not information. Look at me. In the realm of the spirit, truth is a physical reality. Look at what it means. There is a level of the understanding and of the knowledge of God that you have. That when you walk through the midst of anything, by the reason of that knowledge, you are covered with something. People might not see it, but you know that you are carrying something. So that is the spirituality of that I'm talking about. No matter how peaceful an environment can be, when you don't understand the spirituality of life, things happen at night. So, and what makes things happen? Because the Bible said there is a terror that always what? flies at night. Are you aware that it is night people sleep here, they don't wake up in the morning? Are you aware you will see somebody very strong goes to bed at night, to wake up in the morning is a problem. Some of them will wake up paralyzed. Are you aware that somebody that promised you marriage, with a dream at night, in the morning will wake up and he will tell you, hey, I did not say anything like that. For you to win the battle of life, you must understand the mystery behind night. Look at me. If you don't understand the spirituality of life, you will not rise. If you begin to treat life from everything, from a scientific or a carnal perspective, then you are gone.